Good evening. May I have your attention, please? Ladies and gentlemen, a journey of Society of Geoscientists and Allied Technologists, which began in 1981, has reached 45th milestone today, for which we have assembled here. I welcome you all to this August 25th Annual General Body Meeting of SGAT. I request the dignitaries to please grace the dais. Mr. G.S. Kuntia, President SGAT, may kindly come to the dais. Mr. A.B. Panigrahi, Vice President. Mr. Sujit Kumar Mahanti, Vice President. Mr. Anup Kumar Raut, Treasurer. Mr. Trilochan Mahanta, General Secretary, SGAT, may please grace the dais. I request Mr. G.S. Kuntia, President, to kindly initiate the meeting. Mr. J.S. Kuntia, please.
Good evening to all ladies and gentlemen present. You participate. I'm not general for meeting now. Recognize of some members of the society. That is education and the courtroom. The worker of the secretary.
The first one to leave us was Vijay Kumar Jana. Mr. Patnaik to read out his obituary note.
Born on November 30, 1950 in Puri, Vijay Kumar Jena obtained his MSc in Geology and Mineralogy from Utkal University, Revensa College in 1972 and a LLB degree from MS Law College, Cuttack. After a brief tenure in lift irrigation, he joined the Geological Survey of India, GSI, in 1974 as a junior geologist in the southern region, Hyderabad, and retired in 2010 as Deputy Director General. Throughout his distinguished career, Sri Jena made significant contribution to geological research and exploration. His work encompassed geological mapping, mineral investigation, reserve estimation, and coal exploration. Notably, he was involved in regional geochemical exploration for base metals in Chitradurga Belt, Karnataka, and the exploration of iron and manganese ore deposits in the Simoga Dharwar Belt of North Goa. His discovery for chromiferous Usgam ultramafic complex UMC in Goa led to further combinite and PG exploration by GSI. Additionally, this research and deep chemical weathering profiles and latitization processes remains a valuable contributions to the field. In the northeastern region, Sri Jena played a key role in studying two tertiary formations in Tripura, providing insights into the characterizations and stratigraphic correlation. He also documented the occurrences of Silahat trap in its type area in eastern Meghalaya. During his tenure at the state unit Odisha, he identified major graphite deposits in the eastern Ghat belt of South Odisha and assessed the Badam Pahar Guru Mahisani belt for potential low type of gold occurrences. As the group head of experts from GSI, IBM, NMDC, and MECL for the Ferrous Group, he prepared and submitted 3 strategic reports on the exploration, exploitation, and development of iron ore, manganese, and chromite in India 2006 to 2008 to the Ministry of Mines, Government of India. Sri Jenna's dedication and invaluable contributions to the field of geology have left an enduring legacy. Sri Jenna breathed his last on 21st January 2025 at Bhubaneswar. The members of SGAT share the grief of his family and extend deepest sympathies and heartfelt condolences on his sad demise. May his noble soul attain eternal peace.
The next to leave us was Mr. Prabhakar Raut, who left us on 4th of March 2025. Mr. Patnaik to read out the obituary.
Born on the 11th June 1942 to parents Agani Raut and Vaikuntha Charan Raut in Chanchola village of Katak, presently Kendrapada district, Odisha, Prabhakar Raut completed his graduation from BJV College and master degree in public administration and environment science from Utkal University, Bhubaneswar. Prabhakar Raut was a well-known mining illegal land and environment expert. He was also associated with many social service organizations and did remarkable philanthropic work. He had a long service tenure in mining and acquisitions projects of Tata Steel in Odisha. Due to his outstanding knowledge in the subject matter and good liaison skill, he had played a prominent role in the industrial growth of the Tata Steel in the state. As a proficient lawyer of Odisha High Court, Mr. Raut was highly regarded among the legal fraternity. He had dealt with several important case matters pertaining to mining and revenue matters. He worked as the Vice President of Utkal Chambers of Commerce and Industry, UCCI, and Vice President of Odisha Environmental Society. With his initiations, many pertinent issues relating to industry and environment were highlighted and placed before the highest level in the government. As a member of Lions Club, his sincere works for the development of the society and welfare of the underprivileged sections are always remembered. He possessed a great vision for the development of industry and society. As a member of Society of Geoscientists and Allied Technologists, SGAT, he was actively associated with all activities of the society. He was nominated as advisor to the Executive Council during 2011-13 term and elected as member of the Executive Council for the 2013-15 term. Sri Rao's dedication and invaluable contributions to the field of mining have left an enduring legacy. Sri Rao breathed his last on the 4th March 2025 at Bhubaneswar. The members of SGAT share the grief of his family and extend deepest sympathies and heartfelt condolences on his sad demise. May his noble soul attain eternal peace.
The next to leave us was Professor Anil Kumar Pal, who left us on 20th of September 2025. Mr. Patnaik to read out the obituary.
Professor Anil Kumar Pal was a distinguished teacher of geology who began his academic career as a lecturer in Utkal University, Odisha, in February 1966. He rose to the position of professor in 1978, reaching UG, PG, and MPhil students and guiding several PhD scholars as well as mentoring numerous PG and MPhil dissertations. In addition to his academic contributions, he served the university in several key administrative roles and ultimately became head of the PG Department of Geology in 2001. Professor Paul authored seven international and 36 national research papers and presented over 45 papers and abstracts at various conferences and seminars. His notable publications include the widely used textbook Earth We Live In for +3 degree classes, published by DCC Utkal University. He also wrote several pedagogical articles such as Harbinagar of the Emergence of West Wagnerian Concept, Why Experimental Petrology and Bulk Monocrystal Growth of Quartz by Hydrothermal Technique, published in Sira Lekha, Bulletin of the Geological Seminar, Utkal University during the 1980s. In addition, he contributed numerous popular science articles in audio and delivered radio talks aimed at promoting public understanding of earth sciences. A life member of several reputed earth science societies, including SGAT, Sri Paul was admired for his humility, clarity of thought, and inspirational teaching methods. His dedication shaped the careers of generations of geology students who remember him as an exemplary teacher and mentor. He left for heavenly abode on the 20th September 2025. The members of SGAT share the grief of his family and respectfully mourn his passing, pay heartfelt tribute to his contributions, and pray for the eternal peace of his noble soul.
रिपोर्ट चाइलानी ତମର କଣ ମନା କରିବି ତମେ କହିଲ ଟିକେ ମଝି ଦିଟା ଟିକେ ମଝି ହଁ ଦେଖିବା ପରିବି ଆସୁନି ମୋର ଏଇଠି କୋର୍ଟରୁ ଖରାପ ହେଇଥିଲା କଣ କଲେ ହଉନି
Very good evening, our esteemed members and distinguished guests. This is a happy moment for all of us. We are holding this 45th annual general body meeting of our society. Agenda has been circulated among all of us, and you are all aware about the agenda. Besides deliberations on our annual activities and approval of the audited accounts and budget proposal, we have this prestigious K.S. Mahapatra Memorial Lecture in the agenda, followed by SGAT award functions, and it will be ended with the declaration of the election results. So with this backdrop, I now welcome all the members, esteemed members, who are present here and who are joining virtually to participate in this event. This amidst us, actually, we have very distinguished personalities and professionals of eminence, national and international eminence, are 6 guests who are going to be conferred with various SGAT awards. So they are here excepting for Mr. K.C. Pradhan, who was suddenly, he is unwell, feeling unwell and not physically present here. But all the 5 distinguished personalities are there among us. And I'll just name them. The Professor Kalachan Sain, J.C. Bose National Fellow, CSR NGRI, Hyderabad. Dr. Sisir Kanti Mandal, Professor of Ore Geology, Department of Geological Sciences, Jadavpur University, Kolkata. Dr. Ram Mohan, Chief Scientist, Geochemistry Division, CSIR NGRI, Hyderabad. Dr. Jayant Kumar Patti, Head Department of Planetary Sciences, Allahabad University. He is joining us virtually. Apart from that, 2 very distinguished persons are there with us who are owning mines. They are the mine owners, and they are also persons of very eminence. And they have the distinction of contributing significantly to the existence and growth of the society. And out of them, as I told, Mr. Pradhan is not here physically, but Mr. Arel Mohanty is here amidst us. So, and he is going to be conferred with a very prestigious SGAT award. I welcome all these 6 dignitaries, distinguished guests who are here with us, and they are going to be conferred with awards very shortly. I welcome also all the esteemed members who are joining virtually, despite it being a holiday. People and our members are there in numbers. So it's really quite interesting and encouraging for all of us. Lastly, I welcome one and all with a request to make this event very lively and successful. Thank you all.
This last 44th AGM proceeding has already been circulated. Now I'll seek the confirmation of the proceedings of this 44th AGM.
Sir, the proceedings were circulated on
Anybody has any point can also point out and we can discuss.
28th of February 2025, and till date, we have not received anything contrary to what has been circulated. So can we take it as confirmed, sir?
Thank you, Mahanto Babu. Now I'll invite Mr. Mahanto, our General Secretary, to present the annual report of 2024-25 and the action plan for 25-26.
Thank you, sir. Click here, annual report. Just click that. Here. So, thank you, sir. Respected President, Vice Presidents, other dignitaries and members and ladies present today. In this annual report, actually, I have been asked to start from the activities of the last annual general body meeting. Is it not audible? It is audible now? Is it okay now? Hello. Hello. It's okay. Okay. Actually, the last general body meeting was held on 22nd of December 2024, during which we had released the silver jubilee volume of the bulletin, and Mr. Manoranjan Mohanty, scientist G of the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, who had delivered the K.S. Mahapatra Memorial Lecture, was felicitated. And the best paper award was given to Mrs. Ronali Behra, A. Kesav Krishna of NGRI, Hyderabad. He received the Bina Runwal Memorial Award. And Dr. Sakti Sarvanan Chinaswamy, Associate Professor of IIT Bombay, he received the Sitaram Rungta Memorial Award. Actually, last year, Sitaram Rungta Memorial Award was given to two persons. The other person was Mr. P. Sangurmat. On his behalf, Dr. D.S. Rao had received the award. And Dr. V. Balram of Geochemistry Division, NGRI, received the SGAT Award of Excellence. And Sisir Roth, the former Director General of Geological Survey of India, was given the B.K. Mohanty Memorial Lifetime Achievement Award. Actually, this award was for the first time renamed after Mr. B.K. Mohanty. And that's how the family members of B.K. Mohanty were there to present the award to Mr. Sisir Roth. Then after the last annual general body meeting, we had several council meetings, EMAP programs, mineral development awareness program for the college student, EMAP program for the school student, participation in the state geological program board meetings, and we had also given comments on the draft notifications of the Ministry of Mines, Ministry of Environment, etc. And there were some distinguished lecture series and fraternity presentation. So, as shown here, either during the first or the second Saturday of every month, we had a meeting. I'm sorry, I am suffering from cough. The first activity that we did after this was the state level environment mineral awareness program, which was organized on 18th and 19th of January 2025. And although this program, the regional program was conducted in 12 mining and industrial zones of Odisha, 12 teams were expected to participate, but on that particular day, two schools had some other engagements. So only two winner teams participated. And those schools were from Sukinda, Bhanjavihar, Damanjodi, Rajganpur, Osapada, and so on. And these are the students which who we are there on 18th morning here. The program included to various centers of Bhubaneswar, identification of photographs, plant specimen, rocks, mineral source, elocution, oral quiz, and valedictory function. And they are at the science park in the State Museum, in the Regional Museum of Natural History, and in SGAT, of course. These visits were facilitated by this person, and the tests and other things were supervised by the persons mentioned here. In the valedictory function, Mr. Lingaraj Ota, IFS retired, and OSD come special secretary was this chief guest, and Sujanika Mahapat of class 8 of PJEM school, BJP Nagar, was the youth icon. And in each category, the students were given prizes, and after all, there were overall prizes. This is the overall third team, which is the DAV Public School of MCL Kalinga area. Overall second team was the Dalmia Vidya Mandir of Rajgangpur. Overall first team was the Aditya Birla Public School of Osapoda. That is in the Aditya Alumina International Private Limited, Tikri. So these are the final moments of that state level EMAP program. This year also, we have conducted some regional EMAP in 8 zones. We have till now, we have completed in these 8 zones. Next 4 zones are yet to be completed. Actually, this program is being conducted in association with the Department of Steel and Mines. And the deputy director mines of the different regions, they play vital roles in conducting this program. And during this November, there was a mass transfer of all the deputy director mines. And that is how this program has not been completed so far. So this regional EMAP has been coordinated by our Vice President A.B. Panigrahi, and these following persons have helped him. So the first photograph is this is from Tikri, this is at IREL Oskam, this is at Keunjhar, this is Bhubaneswar, and this is Damanjodi. And this is actually at Koida, actually, which has caused my cough. This is at Bodville, and this is just a day before yesterday at the Shiva Cement in Sundargarh district. So these are the coverage of these programs. Apart from this, we had programs of the Mineral Development Awareness Program for the university students. And this was conducted from 22nd to 24th August. And apart from Steel and Mines Department, Rungta Sons, Messrs. S.N. Mohanty, MGM Minerals, Messrs. M.G. Mohanty, Messrs. KCP Iron, Sarada Mines, Jindal Steel, JSW Steel, all of them supported us. And in this program, these were the SGAT team who conducted this program at Joda. And there were 32 teams from different parts of India. One team each from Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana. 3 teams from Chhattisgarh, 4 teams each from Jharkhand and West Bengal, and 17 teams from Odisha. And they included 3 IITs and 3 NITs. 3 IITs were ISM Dhanbad, Kharagpur, Bhubaneswar. NITs were Jamshedpur, Raurkela, and Raipur. Geology discipline wise, there were 16 teams of geology, 6 teams of mining engineering, and 10 teams of metallurgical discipline. So in geology and geophysics, teams were from Keunjhar, Dhanbad, Cuttack, Bhubaneswar, Jadavpur University, MSCB University, Baripada, IIT Bhubaneswar, NIT Raurkela. Bulla, FM University, IIT Kharagpur, Allahabad, Visakhapatnam, Raipur, Baripada, and Aijar, Berhampur. And 6 teams of mining were from Satna, Keonjhar, Kothagadam, Dhanbad, Rourkela, and Raipur. And metallurgy 10 teams, metallurgy GC Keonjhar, NIT Rourkela, IGIT Saran, NIT Jamshedpur, IIT Bhubaneswar, Mineral Engineering Keonjhar, Shivpur, IIT Dhanbad, NIT Raipur, and IIT Kharagpur. And this program included visit to mines, college system, identification of rocks, etc., interpretation of satellite imagery, oral quiz, and validity function, etc. Initially, they were explained about the program, and as Tata still hosted the program, they were welcomed first by the Anju Joseph, geologist of Joda East, Mr. Rajiv Kumar, chief of Joda East, and Abhijit Sen, senior vice president of Tasons Private Limited, H.S. Patnaik, senior GM, MGM, and of course by our own vice president. And on the 22nd August evening, there was the subject-specific oral quiz. For geology students, questions were on geology. For mining and metallurgy, similarly, questions were in their subject. After the program, these were the lighter moments when the students displayed dance or recited poems. Next morning, on 23rd, all these students, you can see all these yellow t-shirts. These were provided by MGM Minerals, Bhubaneswar. So they got ready to go field, and with proper safety gears, they were sent to visit the mines and plants. In the evening, when they came back, they were explained about the horseshoe belt in where these programs were being conducted. It was explained by a member GC Das. They were subjected to identification of samples, interpretation of satellite imagery, and identification of mining machinery or metallurgical processes or products. And this oral quiz of general round in which all the teams taken together,
এদিকে sound তাহলে
and
দিয়ে sound
during the
জমছে না
session, the guests were invited to the dais. Vice President A.B. Panigrahi briefed about the program, and the guest of honor and the chief guest, Atul Bhatnagar, was the chief guest, the GM Tata Steel. These were the individual event winners of different organizations. And overall third team was the IIT ISM Dhanbad. Second team was NIT Rourkela, and first team was Aijar Berhampur. Of course, there was a tie between in the first position. Another team was from the GC Keonjhar. Group photograph after the program. As I told, on several occasions, we gave our comments for this public consultation required by MOM or Ministry of Environment also. And we also gave our views for the State Geological Programming Board meeting, and also these were attended by our members. Apart from that, this distinguished lecture series, actually it was started during the COVID period, when nobody could meet each other, everybody were there at their own places. So at that time, this distinguished lecture series was started, and that is continuing till now. The 12th lecture was delivered by Dr. Vibhuti Panda from Arizona, USA, on the topic environmental consideration for the design of tailing dams. Many people physically as well as in virtual mode attended this talk. Lecture 13 of the same series was by Professor Raja Venkataramani of the Pennsylvania State University. He delivered a talk on critical minerals and national planning. Apart from that, we had some fraternity presentations. The fraternity presentations are the presentations made by the members of the SGAT. So the first fraternity presentation this year, and it was a lecture 4, was given by Dr. Hari Sarbotaman, and the topic was critical elements and metals in the semiconductor sector, Indian perspective. The 5th lecture was given by Sri Ramanath Praharaj, who is very much present here, and the topic was on challenges of underground mining in Sukinda Belt. These are the major things which we did. Apart from that, what happened this year, we got a special request from one of the school at Bhubaneswar Mothers Public School on 14th of October. They wanted that their 10th class students, 140 in all, they want to visit our museum. So handling 140 students in a day was not possible. So we divided them into 2 groups, 2 sections on 6th of November and 2 sections on 7th of November were required to come here and to explain them about the geology and whatever samples we are having in our lab museum here, mineral museum. Our research persons were G.P. Mahapatra, J.K. Nanda, Dr. Manoranjan Mohanty, Dr. B.M. Farooq, G.C. Das, J.R. Patnaik, M.D. Behra, and of course with them I was also there. And during this year, these are the members who have joined SGAT. And regarding the action plan for the next year, we will continue the EMAP and MDAP programs. We will try to conduct seminars and workshops, proposals for State Geological Programming Board as well as yes, it will be 25-26. Okay. And apart from this, we will initiate the online voting process from next year onward. Because what we have observed, although we are spending a lot of money by sending ballot papers to almost all the members, many members are complaining that these are not reaching them. And even if these are reaching them, they are not bothering to send it back. Although we are sending stamped envelopes inside that, and the ballot papers are not reaching us. So this thing we are going to take up from the next year, and press meets, if required, will be conducted. Thank you all. Skip कर दिया. Skip कर दिया.
Thank you, Mr. Mahanto, for not only managing the headlines of this our last AGM, but discussing a little also point wise. Now I'll invite comments on this annual report and action plan, etc. Or anybody has any comments, kindly raise it. We'll discuss.
in the last AGP, the seminar has been discussed in detail. Because after the seminar, the AGP was held. So the seminar was discussed in great detail in that AGP. So after that AGP, we have not conducted any seminar. No, it was in the previous annual report. It was in the previous annual report.
However, the recommendation of that seminar was also sent to Government of Odisha, Department of Mines and Steels, and the Chief Minister Office, and Ministry of Steel and Mines, Government of India, and also to all the sponsors. Yes. Yes, a very large number of high-tech papers were also presented in that seminar. And for that seminar, full thanks goes to Dr. R.C. Mahanti. He conducted almost single-handed. এটা তো চালছি যে action plan এগুলা। Okay, now, good.
You can have election electronically. You can have election electronically.
Just a suggestion. The amendments and revisions are taken. As an expert body, I think we should have a special trust in responding to each of these notifications in the interest of development of minerals in our state and all that, and country as a whole. And not only we should give respond to these notifications, but wherever our member is, for instance, Dr. Satyja, our former member, similarly, so many, they are in Delhi and all that. Somebody we should contact them so that they also take it up, or maybe the president, whenever he is visiting, we can organize through our contacts to meet the secretary or meet some of the government officials and pursue. Because this is really influencing part or what you call advocacy part. You need to be a little more proactive.
These are good suggestions. The various mineral laws coming out in amendment. It should go to all the members and also to be discussed with authorities concerned as and when required.
Can you think of having election electronically? Can you think of having election electronically?
To each member further comments and the committee concerned is given the responsibility of replies, and they, we do reply to these. But
I have attended a couple of that.
you have a content, that's all.
I know, I'm only saying that it helps me more.
More question, more question.
Papers also. Yeah, but.
You are already a member in the environment performance.
It will be more, including people, more practical.
Now I will invite our treasurer, take care of our presentation of political another account, but leader and
Esteemed President, respected Vice President, General Secretary, all the members of the SGAT, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm presenting the silent features of auditor account. And these are the sequence of the events. We have appointed the chartered accountant on last AGB, and the decision was intimated to him. That Bhavani Prasad Padhi, chartered accountant, he scrutinized all the balance sheet in October, and IT return was filed in November 29. This is analysis. Income, everything is there in our annual report, and it page 53 onwards. Interest we have earned 8,38,771 by SB and FD. And incidental objects, main objects, seminar, we have earned 27,11,911. And total is 35,67,082 rupees. So we have to, as per rule, we have to spend 85%. So that comes around 30,32,000, and 15% has to be set apart. The expenditure had revenue expenses 20,94,000 details are there in the there. Amount has been set apart as 5,35,000. Extra additional amount also we have set apart as per the under section 11.2 and 11.5, 3,35,000. That will be utilizing in the future. Total balance is 35,67,000, and the tax liability 0, and TDS 1,25,000. We have claimed refund for that, already submitted. The proposal for this year, these are the major heads expansion. Main is our EMAP, we spend a lot. MDAP mostly sponsored, that is less. And seminar workshop around 4 lakh rupees, and holding tax 2,50,000 we are paying in installments. Sir. So expenses. Yes. So regarding expenses, regarding expenses, these are the office expenses. They proposed. Major hands office system total is 22,25,200 rupees. And income proposal, these are the income proposals, 28,50,000. Thank you. This is all about the budget, and I'm actually thankful to the General Secretary, Mr. Mahanta, and Tapas Babu for helping me for the successful auditing, and all of us, those who are directly or indirectly associated with the audit process. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Raut, for discussing this audited accounts, etc. Now I'll seek the acceptance of audited accounts by our house. Is it accepted by all? Thank you. Let us go to the next point. This is the next point is about the approval of appointment of auditors for financial year 2526, the current year.
Yes, sir, we will continue with that chartered accountant, Mr. Bhavani Prasad Padhi, who has been helping us a lot. So, AGB has to approve the appointment of Mr. Bhavani Prasad Padhi.
Dr. B.M. Farooq. Dr. B.M. Farooq, I'll request to release the SGAT bulletin.
Hello. I request Mr. G.S. Kotia, President, to please release the second volume of 2025 SGAT bulletin. Here. I would like to mention here, in this volume, and the June volume for 2025, we have got two very interesting papers, particularly one paper, Critical Minerals Scenario, Potentiality and Opportunities in Orissa, written by Dr. Biswajit Lenka, Dr. J.P. Mahakul, Dr. K.K. Behra, and Sri Pankaj Kumar of Geological Survey of India. It's a very highly informative paper, especially when the whole world is in the pursuit of critical minerals. Another paper which is published in this volume, Secondary Rare Earth Elements Deposits, by Dr. C. Manikyamba of NGRI, G. Harshita, T. Vidhita, J.K. Yadav, and I.P. Reddy from, I think, Osmania University, as being guided by Dr. Manikyamba. This is also a very interesting paper, which I think adds to the credibility of SGAT bulletin. But this, thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is about the President address. So SGAT, Society of Geoscientists and Allied Technologists, it is known by all of you. It is a non-profit organization, a professional body in India and abroad, and covering the disciplines of geoscience, mining, metallurgical engineering, environmental engineering, dedicated for promotion and mineral development and mineral awareness program, and has a life member of exceeding about 1,000 life members in India and abroad. So large number of activities are going on throughout the year. It is quite useful for the state and for the country, particularly for mines and steel and metal industry. there is a continuous demand for increasing in astronomical scale for metal industry for improving the GDP of the country. Therefore, the demand of raw material supply in quality and quantity with high technology applications in cost-effective manner is the need of the hour. And we all know, uh, I spent the whole tenure in the mines of NMDC and cell units in managerial capacity after graduating from IIT ISM Dhanbad, and after my retirement from cell, another 25 years I am working as independent director in NMDC OMC Vizag Steel Plant, and elected. I am almost for last 55 years. I am spending time with various professional bodies like MEI, Institution of Engineers, MGMI, and SGAT also. So, very rightly, SGAT has chosen to educate and impart knowledge on mines and steel to school students. That's why their major program is two programs, one for graduate engineers in mining, mineral engineering, metallurgy, etc., final year student, and other program is the school students program from 45 to 50 schools in the mining zones of Odisha, and that covers almost 4 to 5 months time, including the visit to mines, mineral industry, and steel industry, and to Bhubaneswar also to research laboratory, and Kalabhumi and many other things. So thereby the knowledge of the students increased in a phenomenal way, and that is the report of the school teachers as well as students. They have stated in this hall that whatever they receive the education in the classroom program, this program is much better, and because it gives you lot of practical insight to the students. So various programs during my tenure, along with our other 25 members during last 2 years, that has already been read out by our General Secretary. So I will not repeat it. Very large number of programs, and DLS program, distinguished lecture programs, also 4 number of important programs, including Raja Ramani. Raja Ramani was my batchmate in Indian School of Mines. So he also came and stayed here 2 days. So these are all done, and now added to that, some fraternity lectures were also delivered from experts during these 2 years, and action plan, etc. All the few schools also, they have shown interest to visit this place, SGAT, and 2 such visit programs were organized, and mineral boxes were also handed over to them. In appreciation of Sri B.K. Mahanti, former Director of Mines contribution to SGAT, this Sri B.K. Mahanti Award of Excellence was also instituted, although Mr. Manto has discussed about it. I am repeating it again because he had a tremendous amount of contribution. So I am grateful to the current SGAT council members, particularly both our VPs, Sri A.B. Panigre and Sri Sujit Mahanti, General Secretary, Sri Trilochan Mahanti, both our joint secretaries, Sri Jain Das, former DDG GSI, and Sri J.K. Uta, Sri A.K. Raut, Sri G.P. Mahapatra, former ADG GSI, Sri Mayadhar Bera, and Sri Khitish Babu also, Dr. Parekh, and Sri G.C. Das, Madam Madhumita, former Dr. Madhumita actually, former Vice Chancellor, and Sri D.K. Mahanti, former ED Mines Nalco, Sri Ramnath Praraj, former Director Project OMC, Dr. D.S. Rao, ex-RRB, Sri Manoranjan Mahanti, Deputy Director General GSI, Dr. O.N. Mahanti, former President, and all the General Council members, all the advisors in a very big way. I have moved almost in the length and breadth of the country during my service, but I have not seen any professional body in such a big way. I thought I'll spend some good time. Of course, I spent good time, but then, but then I found it is a full day program. It kept me busy continuously throughout the year. So, if SGAT Council 25, I have got one suggestion. I worked in Steel Authority of India, almost 4 units, and also in Delhi Corporate Office. I have seen when Mr. V. Krishnamurthy was the chairman of Steel Authority, he did a program known as Priority for Action. So I am going to tell what should be the priority of action of SGAT for its expansion and activities. And in that priority for action, he invited about 50 and odd general managers. There are more than 300 general managers in Steel Authority. He invited about 50 from all disciplines to Ranchi, to RDCIS Ranchi, Research Development Center. And he did a there was an active discussion and brainstorming, and it was suggested to all the members have some 3 or 4 groups and find out what Steel Authority should do to improve its production volume, to improve the quality, to reduce the cost, etc., and to do all excellence in area of steel and mines, etc., without any investment or without any manpower addition, etc. I have got a similar suggestion for SGAT. Our full council, new council now coming up, should go for a priority for action for SGAT. They can divide into 3 or 4 groups and let them over a lunch here, let them go for planning and this planning and execution and interface with government for a priority of action as SAIL did. So with all these things, I thank you all for attending this program, because some important programs are waiting for us, that is prize distribution, etc., for those excellence in the area of steel and mines. Thank you. Friends, now you will hear K.S. Mahapatra Memorial Lecture from Sri A.K. Sinha, the former Controller General of Indian Bureau of Mines. So that I think Mr. Mahanto is organizing that program. That will come online.
Namaskar.
Mm.
Thank you, Mr. President.
After this lecture, we'll go for the award ceremony.
I am really privileged to introduce today 2 distinguished alumni of the erstwhile Indian School of Mines, now IIT Dhanbad. First, on whose memory this award is being instituted, and the second alumni who is going to present on his memory. So first, K.S. Mahapatra, very well-known mining engineer. Let me introduce first. Born on 6th
December 1923 in Puri district, Odisha. Late K.S. Mahapatra was an alumnus of Indian School of Mines, Dhanbad, and an eminent mining engineer of the country. He began his professional career at ICC Mosabani as a mine surveyor and for a brief stint at Raniganj coalfields. He joined GSI in 1941 as assistant geologist and was mostly assigned mining engineering related jobs. He joined IBM as assistant controller of mines after its creation in 1957-58 and rose to the position of Controller General of Indian Bureau of Mines and continued from 1968 to 73. He introduced the best document on iron ore in IBM yearbook. He was appointed as the CMD of Mineral Exploration Corporation in 1975 and played a major role in exploration of East Coast bauxite. Post-retirement, Sri Mahapatra joined Odisha Mining Corporation as consultant in 1981, continued for 9 years as director in OMC board, and contributed significantly for the growth of OMC. His pioneering work has made Sri Mahapatra a tall figure in the mining fraternity and was honored with the Lifetime Achievement Award by Indian Mines Manager Association in 2000. He was the first president of SGAT and continued for 10 continuous years till his untimely demise in December 2000. The society holds him in high esteem for his unique and inimitable wisdom in both the fields of exploration and mining, and instituted the annual KS Memorial Lecture since 2001. The first memorial lecture was delivered by noted industrialist Dr. Bansidhar Panda, Chairman, IMFA Group of Companies, at the 21st AGM held on 16 December 2001. Thank you. Now, my next duty is to introduce one more distinguished alumni from ISM Dhanbad, Sri Ranjan Kumar Sinha, who obtained his BTech honors degree in mining engineering from the IIT ISM Dhanbad in 1979. After a brief stint in coal mining sector, he joined the IBM in 1981 and superannuated as Controller General from IBM Government of India in 2017. Currently, Sri Sinha serves as the chairman of the Accreditation Committee and Technical Committee of NABET QCI. In December 2020, he was appointed chairman of the Expert Committee on Mining Related Matters by the Honorable High Court of Rajasthan. He has been honored as Professor of Eminence in the field of mines, metals and exploration laws by Lex Concilium Foundation, New Delhi. His key contributions and achievements pioneered the introduction of star rating, which is very common nowadays in the mining sector. Star rating system for mines, the first of its kind in global mining sector. Implemented the mining surveillance system, MSS, to curb illegal mining activities. Initiated the drone application for mine management, that is DAM project, at a prestigious iron ore mine in Jharkhand. His international engagements include India in delegations to Uzbekistan, Mongolia, China, South Africa, and Australia to explore international cooperation in the mining and mineral sectors. Served as a member of Indo-Canadian and Indo-Australian joint working groups on the mines and mineral sector. He has been the member of the Ministry of Mines Committee for reviewing the National Mineral Policy 2008, actively involved in the drafting of amendments to the MMDR Act 1957 in 2015, contributed significantly to the formulation of the National Mineral Policy 2019, served on multiple expert committees constituted by Ministry of Environmental, Forest and Ministry of Environmental and Forests. Professional engagements, fellow member of the Institution of Engineers, Mining Engineers Association, Mining Geological Metallurgical Institute of India, authored numerous technical papers presented in training programs, seminars, and symposia, participated as an expert panelist in various television programs. Now I welcome, on behalf of SGAT, Ranjan Kumar Sinha to deliver his lecture on memory of K.S. Mahapatra. Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Mr. Dr. Manti, for introducing me. Am I audible? Okay, once again, I would like to thank the SGAT as well as the organizer for giving me an opportunity to deliver a lecture on in the memory of a great scientist, Dr. Mahapatra.
Silence, please. Mr. Sinha is giving the lecture now. Silence.
Just now, you have heard about Mr. K.S. Mahapatra, late K.S. Mahapatra. In fact, he joined IBM in 1957, and when I was born. So it's a great coincidence and a great, I have to deliver a lecture in his memory on today. Coming to the topic that I choose to share my thought on iron ore, which is a much talked and traded commodity of Odisha. So what is the present scenario? Just I will discuss, since the time is we have taken to fix up the glitches. So I will try to shorten it. So what is the present scenario? How is the demand forecast? How the steel sector is coming up, and how it's a wake-up call for the miners and a warning bell for the steel makers. So next slide, please. First, I'm going to the next slide, please. Okay, what is a resource we do have? So we have around 35 billion tons of resource, whereas the hematite resource is 24 billion tons, and remaining 11 billion tons is magnetite. Hematite is of most interesting resource for us, and you can find around 80% of these resources are confined to the eastern sector. That's Odisha, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Assam, Bihar, and Uttar Pradesh contains minuscule portion. Then for magnetite, it is a majority of the resources are confined to the southern states. That's Karnataka, Andhra, Goa, and Kerala. So next slide. I will go with the state-wise, how these resources are distributed in the state-wise. So Odisha is holding the maximum resources so far as hematite is concerned. And you can find in the all India perspective, it is a 39, around 40% resource is held in Odisha, followed by Jharkhand, 20%, Chhattisgarh, 19%, and Karnataka, 12%. For magnetite, really, the Karnataka is having 70% resources, followed by Andhra Pradesh. Here, just I would like to flag one issue, that our resource and reserve, these are highly skewed. In all India basis, only 26% of the total resources are under the proved category, whereas the remaining 17 billion tons are under the resource category. So it definitely calls for for expediting the exploration to bring much more resources under the reserve category. This classification is done based on the UNFC mode of classification. Magnetite, naturally, it's not much enter, so it's hardly 2% in under the reserve category. And mostly, you know that it is confined to the Western Ghat in the Karnataka and Goa sector. So it's presently under the eco-fragile zone. Next slide. So now I tried to compare how the resources there has been any accretion to the resources from 2015 to 2020. As we know that national mineral inventory being carried out by IBM at an interval of 5 years. So I have compared the figures taken from 1st April 2015 and 2020. You can see that the resources in you can go to the all India figure that at the bottom where it is shown, it is a hardly 7% increase is there in this 5 years. Mostly addition has taken place in case of Odisha, and that too in the remaining resources. If you see the figure of reserve as of 2015 and 2020, it is almost the same. There is a very slight increase. Jharkhand, there has been a decrease of 11%. Chhattisgarh also decreased 5%. Karnataka, there has been slightly increase, but not in the much on the resource side. Goa is hardly 1%. So in the all India figure, it is 7%, but you will, because in these 5 years, the production might have been around roughly 1 billion tonnage. So the reserve, mostly its reserve has not improved, but only the resources has improved, and that is a 7% addition is there. So whether this resource addition is keeping pace with the steel production or steel requirement or not, that we will examine later on. Next slide. What is the present scenario? That in 2025 we hit around 289 million tons of iron ore production. That is the highest record. It was comparatively 4% more than the previous year. That was 277 million tons. And the growth is hardly 4 to 5% in the iron ore production. And Odisha supplies the major part, that's around 55% of the national output. Just in the next slide, we will see how other states are coming to the iron ore production. The top producer is the NMDC, more than 1 million tons, followed by OMC and other private sector. In this financial year 2026, we may touch 300 million ton, but it is also a bit doubtful as last 10 months production, what I could compile from January to 2020, there is marginal increase from 233 million ton in the corresponding period to this period, that's a 237 million ton. Next slide. I will go to the all India figure. Next slide. This is a all India figure. You can see this. There has been a consistent growth of 3 to 4% in production with respect to 2019 to financial year 2025. But a marginal dip in 2021, as you know, on 31st March 2020, all of a sudden these private blocks came to a standstill because of the change in the MMDR Act. So the production has fallen down in 2020. Otherwise, it's hovering around 244 to it has gone to 289. This year, 25-26, this figure is only for the 8 months, and it is 184 million tons, and expected to touch if it around 300. Then we are coming to the state-wise production. Here you can see the Odisha has been far ahead of the other states, and its contribution is more than 55 to 60% to the national output, whereas Chhattisgarh has slightly improved from 37 million tons to 52 million tons. Karnataka has remained capped at the 50 million tons. Then Jharkhand, it's hardly hardly 30 million tons. So there is a big gap. So how much pressure is to be exerted on Odisha to compensate the national figure? Then we come to the future outlook. That is a demand, where from the demand is coming. As we know, one of the primary forces behind industrialization has been the use of metal. Steel has traditionally occupied a top spot among the metal. Steel production and consumptions are frequently seen as a measure of a country's economic development because of its both raw material as an intermediate product. As we know that India is the second largest producer of crude steel with an output of 151 million tons of crude steel in the financial year 25. The National Steel Policy 2070 envisages 300 million ton capacity by 31, and with 80-85% capacity utilization, the production will be around 255 to 260 million tons. And the present per capita consumption of steel is hardly 100 kg, which is as the policy aims to increase it to 160 kg by 2031. So there is a huge scope for growth is offered by India's comparatively low per capita steel consumption and expected rise in consumption due to increased infrastructure construction and thriving automobile and railway sectors. India's domestic steel consumption is estimated to grow by 9 to 10%. There has been a forecast that by 2031, steel demand in the country will be supported mainly by construction and infrastructure, which will account for 60 to 65% of the total demand, as well as automotive and general engineering. It will be also supported by factors such as urbanization, housing incentive, and others. Then, as we know that with the environmental challenges being faced to the steel sector, that there has to be a shift towards the EF, electro arc furnace, and direct route, which will demand a consistent pellet feed. And for a specialized finished steel, there has to be a special high grade of wood requirement is also there. Next slide. These are the drivers which will push the demand for the iron ore. Then what are the supply side, where from it will come? One is if the auction of mines does take place at a regular interval, and then it is operationalized also. Then rising output from the blocks auctioned in Odisha and central PSUs. Then ramping up the capacity of the NMDC, OMC, and other state PSUs and the private miners. Then for utilization of the low grade and fines, the miners have to go for the installation of pelletization plant and beneficiation plant to monetize this. And then for evacuation of the iron ore, there has to be logistic upgrade has to take place. So this is I tried to flag, these are the wake up call for the miners who has to give a thought on this pressing demand to meet the rising demand of the iron ore. Next slide. Then just one slide, I wanted to present what is the present status of the auction of the mineral block. So far, 136 blocks of iron ore blocks have been auctioned since 2015. Mining lease deed has been executed in respect of 68 blocks, out of which mining lease is for 44 and composite license is for 24. As per the Ministry of Mines website, we can see that 38 blocks have been operational, which includes some of the composite license block. But actually, block which has come on the production stream, this is a data which I could get from other sources, not very I will say it's from the Ministry of Mines sources I couldn't get. It's around 20 to 25 blocks. And one more thing I would like to flag that only one green sector block has come into operation, and most of the brownfield projects are under mining block. And there is a high premium also. The premium ranges from 200 to 154, and averaging, if a simple average, will work out to be around 100%. This is a very high premium being paid by the miners for auction. Then what is a policy and price impact? As we know that the export duty is tweaked for low grade fines and pellets in order to make availability for the domestic market. Then MIP, minimum import price, is imposed to arrest the dumping of steel from the other countries. And another point is that global iron ore price is likely to remain softened. It will hover around $100 only, as per the Big Mint data. So these are the factors which is likely to impact the prices. Next slide. Next slide, please. So this is a demand forecast. I have taken FY25, where we have produced 289 million ton as a base year. And with this three scenario I have tried to make. One is a base scenario, which is around 4% I have taken on the growth rate up to 2000 FY30, and from 30 to 35 I have taken 3%. Then upside I have considered 6%, and on the downside I have considered 2%. Upside is mostly based on the faster clearances and more block coming from under the operation. And the downside, it is 2%. We have considered up to FY30, and then it is a 1.5%. And this is an indicative requirement how much the iron ore would be required. So it's it is expected by FY30 there will be a demand of more than 350 million tons of iron ore. The next slide I will go in the graph. I will show you. Next slide, please. Yes. So this is the three scenario which I discussed. That is a base, then the upside and the downside. So up to FY30, I have taken the maximum, and then from 30 to 35, I have slightly moderated, because it would not be possible to maintain the same compounded growth rate over a period of 10 years. So the demand is likely to be huge if we see the upside. It is even crossing around 475 million tons by FY35. Then next slide, I have drawn a graph with respect to the indicative requirement and with respect to what is a base scenario. We can see with the base scenario, availability is fine up to FY29, or we can say slightly up to financial year 30. But there is a complete divergence, means demand is more than the supply as we move away from the FY30 to FY35. Unless we go on a faster mode to increase our production, there may be a huge crisis. That is because a steel production is likely to accelerate from FY30 to FY35. Next slide.
Next slide.
Next slide. So this is a base case, and then upside case meets or exceeds indicative requirement up to 30. In the downside, implies more import reliance and higher pellet. If I can quote, since the last 10 months, our import of iron ore has gone to 10 million tons. Whereas the corresponding period last year, it was for the whole year, it was 9 million tons. So there is already pressure on the supply side of the iron ore. Next slide. So this is basically a warning bell for the steel makers. How do they guard this? Then what are the important events we have to watch? That is one is Odisha, because as we have seen, it is far ahead of the other states in terms of iron ore production. It is already 55%. In order to meet the national requirement, it has to further move ahead, and the share may come down to even 60 or 65%. Then auction has to continue. Not only auction, but it has the blocks are also to come on the production stream as fast as possible to bridge the gap. Karnataka and Chhattisgarh, these two are the states which can provide stability, and Jharkhand has to come up because it is still stagnating at 30 million tons. So it has also to be pulled up. Then so far, Goa was also one of the iron ore rich supplier, which has to come out to unlock its potentiality from legal and environmental factors. And so far as the private mining sector is concerned, they must consider installation of pelletization or beneficiation plant near the mines to monetize the fines and dumps. Next slide. So what is the way forward? So accelerate beneficiation or pelletization. Then evacuation is another issue, because if we say Odisha has to produce more than 200 million tons, then it has to basically go for the smooth process for evacuation of such a huge quantity. Then ESG and community investment is also required from the miners for a smooth operation of the mine. For steel makers, they must secure long-term linkage, his price cycle, invest in DR grade feed. Then for the policy makers, one stable legal frame has to be there. Then faster statutory clearances, logistic capex is required, and early operation of auction mines. Next, I think I have tried to cover only one point. I would like to say, we at the moment we are operating around 250 odd mines, whereas 40% production is coming from the PSUs and 60% is from the private sector. Out of this 40% production, there's 23 mines in public sector is producing more than 1 million tonnes, whereas around 40 odd mines are producing more than 1 million tonnes in the private sector. So these 60 odd mines are contributing about 90% of the total Indian production. So my main emphasis is we cannot put more pressure on the existing mines unless we develop more. Otherwise, evacuation becomes a big problem. How to evacuate when these mines start producing more than 300 million tonnes? How to deal with the evacuation? So unless we have more and more number of mines producing higher volume, so that it is evacuation is evenly distributed. With these few words, I would like to thank you all for the patience listening, and extremely sorry for the initial glitches. Before I conclude, I must thank Dr. Mohanty, Mr. Panigrahi, and other members of the SGAT for providing me an opportunity to share my thought. So Odisha is well known to take on this one, to move on with the mining sector, and they will be able to meet the national requirement. Thank you very much. Thank you. If there is any question answer, I would like to share my views.
Can I ask a question, Mr. Sinan?
Yeah, yes.
First thing, as an office bearer of the society, I apologize for the inconvenience of the connectivity of your electronic current. I have one question. Since you are
Yes.
linked with the national agro scenario, this Surajgarh mine of Lloyds in the state of Maharashtra.
Chhattisgarh.
No, I think in Maharashtra. Maybe in
Sorry, Maharashtra,
Gadchiroli.
Yes.
So there the issue is for a 45 million tons for PHA processing of iron ore. What is the present scenario? And in case it is successful, can the resources of the Indian iron ore will increase, will it not increase substantially? Please throw some light on this.
But it's so, thank you, Mr. Panigay. I know that Gadchiroli is coming in a big way. Lloyd has already put up a plan. Others are also thinking with this, since the Naxalite movement has is almost over, we can say. So definitely it is a good sign because the concentration from Odisha will slightly move to Maharashtra side. Otherwise, present contribution of other than these 4 states is hardly 5% to the total India production. Because you have seen in the slide I have shown, Odisha, Jharkhand, Karnataka, and these four states are only contributing 95%. Remaining is only 4%. If these 45 million tons virtually come on the stream, it will be a big boon for the India as well as for the evacuation of the mineral also. But I do not know how far they will succeed. But it is coming in a big way, and let us hope for the best. Because the company is also having a very strong foothold in that sector. Other steel makers are also trying to put up the plant over there. What is my knowledge? They are also exploring the possibility to secure lease and put up a plant over there. So it will be a very good scenario because Maharashtra will also join the league.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sinha. It is an excellent presentation talking about the future scenario of iron ore as well as steel. And as per the presentation, 35 billion tons are our total resources, and our consumption is roughly 544, that means 0.54 billion ton annually. So after 65 years, we don't have iron ore. So what I feel, are my total experience in shale mines as well as NMDC mines. So what I feel, if we amalgamate all these small mines to a group of mines or a syndicate and go for central bedding blending plant and go for also central beneficiation plant, probably 25% of extra resources will come, and the India will thrive for another 25 or 30 years. And of course, another survival method is going for electric arc furnace and DR route. Okay, thank you very much. So we will present a memento on this online.
Hello,
Hello.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm Arun Padi from GSI.
Yeah.
The, the development in iron ore production and steel production has been very nicely depicted by Mr. Sinha. But what about the transport facilities? Because such a huge amount of production will need a lot of infrastructure for transport. Is so what is your view as to how to develop and increase the transport sector?
I think Mr. Padi, you have raised a very pertinent question. How to evacuation is a major issue, which I have flagged. The minor, this is a warning, this wake up call for the miners, because if you increase the production, it has to, not only it has to be remain there, it has to be shifted. So a lot of investment is required in the logistic side for evacuation also. So, thank you very much. Thank you.
By the way, Mr. Sinha, I'm also from School of Mines.
Oh, thanks.
1955.
Oh, nice to hear you. Nice to connect you.
Thank you.
Yeah, can you join
Thank
Hello.
you.
Thank you.
Mumbai?
Hello.
Hello.
बोलिए.
Join. Can we join?
Where? I'm in Nagpur now.
Mumbai, Dr. Sahu, Professor Sahu from Mumbai.
Acha.
Yeah.
Speak.
Hello. Okay, thank
Hello.
you very much, Sinha sir. And
Thank you.
thank to all our SGAT and other invited guests here. So let us go for our award functions.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
For award functions, I request Tirochan Manto, our General Secretary, to conduct this SGAT award ceremony.
Can I take a leave?
Yes.
Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity. Thank you. So thank.
मनोरंजन कथा ही जाओ हमको थैंक यू कह दियो ताको कह दियो थैंक यू से बाहर जाओ तो
Thank you. We'll try to quickly go ahead with the SGT awards. This time we have got 6 awards. Again? The first one is the SGAT Best Paper Award 2025. This is based on our the application letter published in and this year this prize goes to Professor Jayant Kumar Patti of Allahabad University. Unfortunately, he could not be present here physically. But can I request Mr. Spotlight to read out his citation?
Best Paper Award 2025. Professor Jayant Kumar Patti, a trained experimental petrologist, currently serves as the director of National Center of Experimental Mineralogy and Petrology (NCEMP) University of Allahabad. His research expertise spans high pressure temperature experimental studies employing cubic annual apparatus, multi-annual press, piston cylinder apparatus, externally heated hydrothermal pressure vessels, and high temperature 1 atmosphere furnaces. In addition to his contributions to experimental petrology, Professor Patti is actively engaged in terrestrial impact cratering studies and geology of the Bundelkhand crater. He has authored more than 100 peer-reviewed research papers, one book, and holds 2 Indian patents. In recognition of his scholastic mentoring and research guidance of the article, multi-component diffusions during the heating of a soft basalt and a quartz polymorphs at 1400 degrees centigrade and variable run durations under a reducing environment, a preliminary report. Co-authored with Anuj Kumar Singh, Shivanshu Dwivedi, Anukrit Anand, Mohammad Javi, and Mrigank Maulik Dwivedi, and published in the volume 26, number 2 of SGAT Bulletin, the Society of Geoscientists and Allied Technologists, SGAT, Bhubaneswar feels immensely honored and to confer the SGAT Best Paper Award 2025 on Professor Jayant Kumar Patti. This award on behalf of Professor Jayant Kumar Patti will be received by our Joint Secretary, Sri Jadavanda Das. Mr. Das, please may I request Sri R.N. Prahlad to please do the honor. Just he will receive on his behalf and it will be sent to Professor Jayant Kumar Patti.
Change.
The next award is the H.H. Reed Memorial Award 2025. And this time this award goes to Dr. M. Ram Mohan. May I request Dr. M. Ram Mohan to please come to the front. And may I request again Mr. Pritesh Patnaik to read out his citation. HHM Better Read Memorial Award 2025. Dr. M. Ram Mohan obtained his PhD degree in geology from Osmania University, Hyderabad 2003, specializing in Archean geochemistry and geodynamics. He began his scientific career at the CSIR, National Geophysical Research Institute, NGRI, Hyderabad in 1999 and currently serves as the chief scientist. As part of his research progression, Dr. Ram Mohan received several prestigious international fellowships. He worked at the Department of Earth Sciences, Laurentian University, Sudbury, Canada as a Boy Scout and postdoctoral fellow 2007, at the John D. Latter Center of Isotope Research, Curtin University, Perth, Australia, as a research associate 2011-12, and at the GFZ German Research Center for Geosciences, Potsdam, Germany, as a CSIR Remand Research Fellow 2015. His scientific achievements have been recognized with notable honors, including the IGO Piston Gold Medal 2012, the National Geoscience Award 2024, and the Belur Ramarao Birth Centenary Award 2025 for his contributions to the understanding of Archean geodynamics of the Indian Shield. Dr. Ram Mohan has survived 12 PhD researchers, mentored 4 postdoctoral fellows, and guided 12 master's dissertation students from universities across India. His research spans several key areas of Precambrian geology, including plumeric interaction and evolution of Mesoarchean Holrenship nucleus, Karnataka, gold metallogeny of the new Archean Himalaya of the Dharwar Craton, deep earth exploration, petrology and geochemistry of mafic, ultramafic and alkaline provinces of the Dharwar and Bundelkhand Cratons, central India, and the Deccan volcanic province and metallogenic processes in selected Precambrian terrains. He has also contributed to chronostratigraphic and provenance studies using subsurface samples from exploratory wells of Oil India Limited. With 66 SCI publications and more than 2,830 citations, his work significantly advances the understanding of Indian lithospheric evolution. His widely referenced article, Geodynamics and Evolution of Hatti-Musky Greenstone Belt, link between Archean crustal evolution and gold mineralizations in gold metallogeny India and beyond 2010 remains an important contribution to the field. Dr. Ram Mohan is a fellow of the National Academy of Science India, NASI, the Telangana Academy of Sciences, and serves as the editorial board of Lithos. In recognition of his sustained contributions to Archean crustal growth and gold metallurgy of the Dharwar Craton, the Society of Geoscientists, Allied Technologists, SGAT, Bhubaneswar, feels immensely honored to confer the H.S. Reed Memorial Award 2025 on Dr. Ram Mohan.
Thank you, Mr. Patnaik. Madam Ram Mohan is also here. May I request to please join Dr. Ram Mohan here in the front. And may I request Sri Girija Prasad Mahapatra, former Deputy Director General of Geological Additional, sorry, I am forgetting always. To do the honor.
Madam, please.
This goes with the gold medal and the citations. Thank you, sir, and thank you, Dr. Ram Mohan. The next award is the Sitaram Mazumdar Memorial Award 2025, and this year it goes to Professor Shishir Kanti Mandal. And may I request Dr. Mandal to please come to this. And may I request Sri Jain Das to please read out the citation.
Good evening to all. This award, Sitaram Jungta Memorial Award, is mainly given for significant contribution towards mineral exploration, mineral beneficiation of mine waste, and also the beneficiation of the low-grade ore. So, I have got honor to read few lines about the achievements of Dr. Shishir Kanti Mandal. He is a specialist in ore geology with extensive research contributions in petrology, geochemistry, and mineralogy of ultramafic rocks and associated chromium, titanium, vanadium, iron, Pg, nickel, copper, cobalt, ore systems. His work emphasizes link between large-scale geological processes and Mineral Resource Endowment. Dr. Mandal earned his MSc during 1993 in Applied Geology from Jadavpur University and completed his PhD in 2000 as a CSIR NET research scholar on chromite, sulfide, and noble metal mineralization in the Precambrian Noatai ultramafic massive complex of Odisha. A faculty member at Jadavpur University since 2000 and professor since 2012. He served as a head of the Department of Geological Sciences from 2020 to 2022. His 30 years of academic experience include CSIR research fellowships, international postdoctoral work, a stint as scientist at CSIR, CGCRI, and visiting appointment. He was a postdoctoral fellow at the American Museum of Natural History, New York, 2004 to 2006, where he continues as a research associate. He also held senior postdoctoral position in North CE, University of Copenhagen during 2008 to 2010. Secured the JSPS Invitation Fellowship during 2012 and earlier undertook DST Boys Cast supported research at Indiana University, Bloomington during 2002-2003. Dr. Mandal's honors include the N.N. Chatterjee Gold Medal during 2000 and the Professor M.R. Srinivas Rao Award during 2010. He was featured in Macmillan McGraw-Hill School Textbook during 2006 and was elected Fellow of the West Bengal Academy of Science and Technology during 2025. He has led major Indo-UK, Indo-French, Indo-Australia collaborative projects contributing to sustainability themes including PGE resources management. His studies on the Nosai complex, advanced understanding of PGE-rich chromitite, while his fieldwork and research on the Bushveld complex, South Africa, provided influential insights into UG2 chromitite formation. Dr. Mandal, a teacher par excellence, has taught ore geology and igneous petrology, supervised postgraduate and doctoral research, served on multiple academic bodies, and contributed extensively in the field of ore geology to professional societies, including roles in the Geochemical Society, IGCP projects, IAGOD project, and COD project. He has edited 8 major special volumes on magmatic ore system and serves in the editorial boards of leading journals, including Ore Geology Review, Journal of Asian Earth Sciences, Frontiers in Geochemistry, and Scientific Reports, that's under a Nature Publishing Group. In recognition of his enormous contribution in the field of ore geology, the Society of Geoscientists and Allied Technology, Bhubaneswar feels immensely honored to confer the Sitaram Jungta Memorial Award 2025 to Dr. Shishir Kanti Mandal. I think it deserves it.
Thank you, Mr. Dar. May I request Mrs. Mandal and son of Dr. Mandal to please come and join Dr. Mandal in the front. And may I request Dr. V.P. Upadhyay, former advisor to MOEF and CC Government of India, to please do the honor.
So give them a big clap. Let them outside the buffalo.
Apart from the citations, this goes with a cash price of 5,000 rupees. Thank you, Dr. Mandal. Thank you, Madam Mandal. Thank you, Upadhyay sir. The The next award is the SGAT Award of Excellence 2025, and this time it goes to Dr. Kalachan Sai. May I request Dr. Sai to please come to this chair. And may I request Sri R.N. Prahlad to read out the citation of Dr. Sai.
Good evening, everybody. Dr. Kalachan Sen obtained his MSc Tech in Applied Geology from IIT ISM Dhanbad, followed by a PhD in Active Seismology from CSIR National Geophysical Research Institute, that is NGRI, Hyderabad, in year 1995. He subsequently pursued postdoctoral research in Cambridge University and Rice University, and also served as a visiting scientist at United States Geological Survey. He is currently a Jesse Bose National Fellow at CSIR NGRI, an honorary outstanding professor at Academy of Science, Innovative Research, Ghaziabad, and advisor to DSD Center of Excellence for Climate Information in IIT Delhi. Dr. Sen previously served as the director of Wadia Institute of Himalayan Geology, Dehradun, and as chief scientist and head of the seismic group at CSIR NGRI. His broad expertise spans over machine learning, seismic tomography, attribute characterization, rock physics modeling, and advanced geophysical data processing. His research covers hydrocarbons, gas hydrates, and geothermal systems, subvolcanic imaging, geohazards related to earthquakes, landslides, avalanches, debris flows, and flash floods, as well as studies on seismotomic geodynamics and basin evolution. His scholarly output includes 234 science citation index, that is SCI publications, 114 non-SCI papers, 28 book chapters, 12 authored edited books, and 2 patents with 2 copyrights. He has supervised 16 PhD theses and 70 master's dissertations. He has also served in editorial boards of several journals, including contributions to both editions 2011-2021 of Springer's Encyclopedia of Solid Earth Geophysics, and currently serves as subject editor, that is for Earth Science, for proceedings of INSA. Dr. Sen is a fellow of all 3 major Indian science academics, that is Indian National Science Academy, INSA Delhi, IASC Indian Academy of Science Bangalore, and NASI National Academy of Science Allahabad, as well as the Andhra Pradesh and Telangana Academics of Sciences. His recognitions include the National Merit Scholarships of Ministry of Education, Raman and Boy Scout Fellowship, that is under DST, Distinguished Alumnus Award at IIT ISM, AP Scientist Award, National Award of Excellence in Geosciences from MOES, National Mineral Award, Ministry of Mines, CSIR Young Scientist Award, Krishnan Gold Medal, and Dr. Hari Narayan Lifetime Achievement Award of Indian Geophysical Union. He continues to contribute to national scientific leadership as Secretary General of the Federation of Indian Geosciences Association and as Chairman or core member of various committees under Department of Science and Technology, ANRF, CSIR, MOES, MOE, MOEF and CC, Niti Aayog, Science Academies, research councils, governing bodies and advisory boards of leading institutions across India. For such exemplary service to the cause of geoscience and nation building, the Society of Geoscientists and Allied Technologies, Bhubaneswar, feels immensely honored to confer the SGAT Award of Excellence 2025 on Dr. Kalachand Sen.
Thank you, Mr. Pradat. May I request Madam Sain to please join Dr. Sain. And may I request our President, G.S. Phutia, to please do the honor. Madam, to this also goes with a cash prize of rupees 10,000. Thank you, Professor Sain. Thank you, sir. Our next and the most prestigious award of Society of Geoscientists and Allied Technologies is the B.K. Mohanty Memorial SGAT Award for Lifetime Achievement. And this year, this award we are going to bestow upon two very renowned persons in this field. And the first one in this category is the Rajiv Loikan Mohanty. May I, sir, request you to please come to the chair. And may I request Dr. B.M. Farooq to please read out the citation of Rajiv Loikan Mohanty.
It's a pleasure to present before you the credentials of Engineer Rajiv Loikan Mohanty. Whatever I'm going to present is only the tip of the iceberg. Born on 5th September 1950, Mr. Rajiv Loikan Mohanty completed his schooling at St. Lawrence School, Calcutta in 1967 and subsequently gained admission through a national competitive examination to the Marine Engineering College, Calcutta. Then the Directorate of Marine Engineering and Training, DME. A member of the 67 to 71 Marine Engineering batch, he qualified as a Marine Chief Engineer, holding the prestigious Marine Engineer Officers Class 1 certificate. Mr. Mohanty served over a decade at sea as an engineer officer in the Merchant Navy working on foreign-going vessels of the Shipping Corporation of India Limited and the German liner Deutsche DDG Hansa of Bremen, Germany. He is a fellow of the Institute of Marine Engineers, India, and a life member of the Society of Geoscientists and Allied Technologists. Since 1982, Mr. Mahathir has led his family's mining enterprise and has remained a prominent figure in the mineral and mining sector. He currently serves as the chairman of the Messrs. M.G. Mahanti and director of MGM Green Energy Private Limited and director of Sun Alloys and Minerals Limited, in addition to his involvement with several other companies. Mr. Mahanti is presently the president of the Eastern Zone Mining Association, ESMA, and is past president of the Federation of Indian Mineral Industries, FIMI. Through his leadership, professional integrity, and sustained contributions across marine engineering and mining, Mr. Mahanti has earned a distinguished position in the industry. Throughout the distinguished career, Mr. Rajiv Roshan Mahanti has exemplified professional excellence, entrepreneurial spirit, and social commitment. His leadership and dedication have left an indelible mark on the mining and geoscience community of Odisha. For such exemplary service to the cause of mining, spanning over about 4 decades, and thereby contributing to the global efforts of nation building, the Society of Geoscientists and Allied Technologists from Bhubaneswar feels immensely honored to confer the prestigious B.K. Mahanti Memorial SGAT Award for Lifetime Achievement 2025 to Engineer Rajiv Roshan Mahanti.
Thank you, Dr. Sadhu. May I request Dr. Akshuman may I again request our President as well as Dr. V.P. Upadhyay to please do the answer. The sons of Mr. Rajiv Lochan Mahanti, please join.
Lifetime Achievement Award in SGAT, we have amended the bylaws of the society because they are the real contributor of what society is doing. So, Rajiv Lochan ji, as well as
आता डिक्लेअर हो डिक्लेअर हो आपण आपण क्वेट की सर आपण इमोजी सर अगो फुल्लो फुल्लो तो वो कोजी साइंका सर ये सर आपण पिक्चर भूली जे आमचे सपोर्टर सदा फोटोटा আছে हां हां
continue to continue progress also to this mark is a very found number one of it. And God is really not good. You have done so much of service, you are now. We all love this. I was in Tilgur mines, I know what he does now.
Sir, this award we are this time also giving to another eminent person in this field. And he, Mr. Khirod Chandra Pradhan, actually he would have loved to be here and to have received the award, but today only this afternoon he fell a little bit more sick, so he couldn't make it up to this hall. But on his behalf, his son, Mr. Siddharth Pradhan is here. I will request him to receive the award on his behalf here. And before that, Mr. Pradhan, you may come to this front chair. And I will request Mr. Gurucharan Das, our senior council member, to read out the citation. Thank you. Thank you. नहीं यार बॉर्डरটা দিও তো
Good evening to all. It's a pleasure on my part to read the citations on Khirod Chandra Pradhan for the award, Vikemanti Memorial SGAT Award for Lifetime Achievement 2025. Sir, Sri Khirod Chandra Pradhan was born on 9 February 1937 in the village of Nahanga near Kendrapada. He received his early schooling at Fakirabad Minor School and continued at Kendrapada High School before pursuing higher studies at Maharaja Purnachandra College, Baripat. Owing to his family's close association with Sri Biju Patnaik, former Chief Minister of Odisha, he was encouraged to join the newly established Odisha School of Mining Engineering, Keonjhar, as a part of its inaugural batch in 1959. From which he graduated as the top chartered student. Sri Pradhan began his professional career in the mines of Raja Sahib of Keonjhar, DNB Deo. Soon after, he embarked on an entrepreneurial path as a small mining contractor in the Joda region, eventually securing major assignments, including the Kaliapani chromite mines in 1968. In 1971, he received his first iron ore lease at Chamakpur, which later became the central to his legacy. Through his persistent efforts, the village received its first electricity connection. Over the years, he expanded his operations across iron ore, manganese ore, fire, limestone, and dolomite, emerging as an respected figure in Odisha mining sector. When the Society of Geoscientists and Allied Technologists, SGAT, was being conceptualized under the leadership of Sri late V.K. Mohanty, much of his fundamental work was carried out at Sri Pradhan's office in Unit 9, Bhubaneswar. He became the founding treasurer of SGAT upon its formation in 1983 and served with exemplary commitment. I was fortunate to take over charge as the treasurer from Mr. Pradhan after he relinquished his post. His most significant contribution was for prudent and resilient management of society's finances during its early and challenging years, ensuring its stability and growth. Throughout his distinguished career, Sri Pradhan has exemplified professional excellence, entrepreneurial spirit, and social commitment. His leadership and dedication have left an indelible mark on the mining and geoscience community of India. For such exemplary service to the cause of geoscience and mining spanning over for about 4 decades and thereby contributing to the noble efforts of nation building. The Society of Geoscientists and Allied Technologies, SGAT, Bhubaneswar feels immensely honored to confer the P.K. Mohanty Memorial SGAT Award of Lifetime Achievement 2025 on 30th October. Mr. Pradhan from the different, and may I request our President G.S. Kuntia to please do this.
यूट्यूब पे भी सेंड कर दो यूट्यूब पे भी सेंड कर दो यूट्यूब पे भी सेंड कर दो यूट्यूब वीडियो 55 এটা কোন করতে হবে ইউটিউবে নিউজটা কইছিল বটে
Yeah, for these, particularly these 2 awards, P.K. Mohanty Memorial SGAT Award for Lifetime Achievement 2025. We have got a special message from none other than the former president of SGAT, Dr. S.K. Sarangi, and I will request Dr. Farooq to please read out that message.
Dr. Sarangi is not keeping good health. He is now in Bangalore. He is our former president of SGAT. The emotional feelings with which he gave this message is imprinted in my mind. I don't have to read it out. The message is for both Mr. K.C. Pradhan and Mr. R.L. Mahan. Especially, he is indebted to them for the immense contribution to the society and the mining industry in general, and to Society of Geoscientists and Allied Technologists in particular. He was, in fact, Dr. Sarangi, while speaking to us over telephone, could not control his tears, remembering their contribution and their dedication for the benefit of geoscience community in general. He has finally also asked me to hearty congratulations to both Mr. K.C. Pradhan and Engineer Rajalochana Mahan.
Thank you, Dr. Bharat. Now it's time for the presence of the awardees. We will start with Sri Rajalochana Mahan. Sir, you have lessons. Good evening. Dignitaries on the dais, dignitaries of the dais. All esteemed members of the Society of Geoscientists and Allied Technologists, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's an immense pleasure to be here among all the members
esteemed members of the society, and being conferred with this prestigious award of lifetime achievement. You see, this award is a big thing for me because I came from a very different, you can say, stream into the mining. Though I am there in mining for maybe last 40 years nearly, and I have done everything to do mining in a very scientific and sustainable manner and in a very technical way. I put all my technical expertise into the mine. And I am thankful to all of you who are present here. And I thank you all once again.
Thank you, sir. May I request the Dr. Sain to take the brief address, 2 minutes, 2 minutes maximum.
A very good evening, all the distinguished members on the dais and the esteemed members of the dais. First of all, I thank the Executive Council for choosing me for the SGAT Award of Excellence for the year 2025. I just very carefully listened the activities what SGAT has been pursuing around the year. I'm totally impressed. And this award has not only urged my basic instinct to pursue research for the geosciences of our sustainable development, but it has provided an opportunity to me to contribute to the society for the socio-economic growth, for the strategic advancements, for the society, what they have been pursuing. And in that context, definitely my contribution starts from today onward because I have not been a member. So I'm contributing to become a member of this SGAT. And in subsequent year, I also looked into the bulletin. I'll also contribute an article, the field I have been working. My basic field of research is for the energy security of the country by the exploration of gas hydrate, new energy resources available into the marine environment, geothermal energy resources, and hydrocarbon explorations in difficult terrains like thrust fault belt of Himalaya and subvolcanic Mesozoics. I have also contributed towards the seismotectonics by imaging the Indo-Asian subduction zone, as well as we can call convergence zone, as well as Andaman subduction zone, to provide seismotectonic implications of the region, to comprehend geological hazards, different kinds of geological hazards happening, what are the causes and what are the measures we can take so that we can provide the mitigation. We have also developed as a director of Wadi Institute of Himalayan Geology in Dehradun some early warning system for the glaciological hazards. So my contribution goes on the geodynamics as well as basin evolution of several provinces of India. So all these in sum up, I would like to contribute a form of a review to the bulletin very soon. And once again, I thank all the council members to consider me for that coveted award. And I'm really very, very happy. And I wish all success for the society in their future endeavor. Thank you so much.
May I ask Dr. Mandam to please? It's already late, so 2 minutes maximum.
So I will finishing in in 2 hours. So thank you very much, everyone, for
giving me this recognition and award. One thing I would like to mention here actually, like my association with SGAT is for a very long time. I started interacting with Dr. B.K. Mohanty during the 2010 conference because I was collecting all the foreign delegates' name and supplying him so that they can come. In 2009 ISMO conference with IMT and NGRI, I was the curtain raiser actually. I proposed that, submitted that to NGRI, Hajgutta advised us to ship that to IMT in this region actually. I went to Copenhagen, so well, Dr. Balaram and Dr. Rao, they took the torchbearer actually. But I organized all these foreign delegates like from Tony Naldet to Ed Ripley to all the GTK member and all the foreign delegates from Australia as well. So it was my initiative actually, because I'm already in the business since 1993, because I did my dissertation on tungsten mineralization. I did my PhD on platinum group elements from Noachahi, and I have been continuing working on Bush Belt, Stillwater Complex, on platinum group elements, on titanium, vanadium, chromium. So everything is in critical mineral. So everybody knows about critical mineral. So my plan is very simple actually. I have already we have established a center of critical mineral research in our university, in our department, which is awaiting final approval from the executive council. So my all the time, I am doing international projects and inviting foreign delegates so that organize small scale workshops. So the next workshop, perhaps if SGAT basically agree, we can do that together. So here in Bhubaneswar or in Calcutta, in my department, whatever is the best way, we will do that so that students. So there is a component in our university. We are taking care of research seminar for undergraduate students for 6 months. So we teach undergraduates, we teach masters. So a lot of times are devoting to teaching students. And we are sending, most of my dissertation students are going to SGAT, that the famous rock mineral identification competition in Joda, and they are the winner actually. So we have a very strong bondage with SGAT. And thank you very much, SGAT, and all the dignitaries, everybody, for supporting my endeavors, and we'll be doing that. Yes. So thank you. And I should mention one thing, I started my Noachahi venture in 1993. I met there Dr. Nanda. Dr. Nanda was the trainer in that field training camp, actually. So I started reading his literature on Noachahi complex and the Brexia zone. And that is a nice description of Brexia containing platinum group elements. So thank you very much, sir, motivating us, motivating me. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mandal. Now may I request Dr. M. Mohan to please. To be very brief, sir, because time is.
Good evening, respected dignitaries of the as well as my colleagues. I sincerely thank the selection committee as well as the executive council for accompanying me, for choosing me for this HHC Memorial Gold Medal Award 2025. This recognition, basically, I wanted to take the name of Professor Reed, Professor Herbert Harold Reed, a distinguished field geologist and also petrologist who pioneered granite studies and transformed our understanding. So basically, this took me back to our college days. When we started geology, we used to read the book of Reed. We used to call it as the Red Book. So that was the thing, and when we were got into the research, then I was looking into the granites, especially when I was, and we started with this Reed's granite controversy. So since then, we realized the importance of Reed's contributions. So it is great pleasure receiving this award from SGAT. And also on this occasion, I like to thank the NGRI, its former directors, Professor Ashokta, Minal Sen, Dimri, VM Tiwari, and current director, Dr. Prakash Kumar, as well as my family members, my parents, and also my wife and children, so everyone. And so without them, it's not possible. And on this note, I wanted to say that this award is not only a recognition, but also a gentle reminder of humility and the responsibility it carries. So I feel it's a great privilege and also gives me a lot of responsibility to serve the society and the geoscience community basically, to keep understanding of India's geological legacy basically, and to contribute meaningfully to nurturing the next generation of geoscientists, for which SGAT is doing a lot of activities, and I will be part of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Ram. As you know, this is the election year of the Society of Geophysics and Allied Technologies. And this year, the last date for the receipt of ballot paper was 15th of November 2025. And on completion of that, on 18th of November, the ballots were scrutinized by a board of scrutinizers, which consisted of one class one officer from the Geological Survey of India, one chartered accountant, and the general secretary. And the findings of the board of scrutinizers are sealed in this envelope. This envelope I am going to hand over to the president. He will open it up and read out the election results.
Okay, now the new committee will come into action from tomorrow onwards. And my good wishes are for the new committee.
Behind this declare sir.
Now I'll read out the new committee members, including the president, vice president, executive council members, Professor Omkar Manti, Sri Sujit Kumar Manti, Sri Jai Kumar Hota, Sri Girija Prasad Mahapatra, Professor Madam Madhumita Das, Dr. Prabal Kumar Chand, Sri Sanjay Kumar Patnaik, Sri Pramod Kumar Patra, Sri Niyar Ranjan Sahu, Sri Jayant Kumar Nanda, Sri Guru Charan Das, Dr. Badruddin M. Farik, Sri Kitish Patnaik, Sri Jyotiranjan Patnaik, Sri Dilip Kumar Mahanti, Dr. Rajgopal Mahanti, Dr. Danda Srinivas Rao, Professor Himant Bhushan Sahu, Dr. Adhiraj Behra, Dr. Swagat Satyagopal Rath, Professor Madam Nandita Mahato, Professor Mundru Lochan Dora. Now treasurer is Mayadhar Behra.
Where is Mahadhar?
Then joint secretary, 2 numbers, Sri Anup Kumar Rao and Dr. Manoranjan Mahanti. General secretary, Sri Jadavanand Das. Vice President, Sri Trilochan Manto and Sri Ramnath Saharaj. And President, a bullman, and he is from my School of Education also, from Indian School of Mines, Dhanbad. Sri Alok Bihari Panigiraj. He is president.
May I request the new president to please address 2 minutes only. You, President, will address all of us.
Good evening, everybody. Respected President, the members of the society, SGAT awardees, distinguished guests, senior colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. I stand before you today with deep humility, a sense of responsibility, and immense gratitude of being elected as the president of the esteemed Technical Society SGAT. I sincerely thank all the members for the trust and confidence you have placed in me. Our society has always been a platform for knowledge sharing, professional growth, and ethical practice. Our two flagship annual programs, EMAP for school students and MDAP for college students, has a national footprint apart from other activities. It has played a vital role in bringing together professionals, academicians, researchers, students to collectively advance our technical capabilities and serve the society at large. I would like to acknowledge and appreciate the contribution of all visitors and the outgoing Executive Council. As President, my focus will be on mentoring young professionals and students, promoting continuous professional developments through seminars, workshops, technical lectures, utilize more effectively our infrastructure for benefit of all concerned, strengthen industry-academia collaboration, upholding professional ethics, inclusiveness, and teamwork. To achieve the objective of the society, let us work as a united team guided by integrity, professionalism, and a shared passion. I am confident that with the cooperation of all of you and support, will achieve meaningful outcomes and enhance the reputation and impact of our society. Once again, I thank each one of you for this honor. I look forward for a productive, innovative, and inspiring journey together. Jai Hind, Vande Utkal Ganga.
Thank you, Mr. Pangai. May I request our Joint Secretary, Jadavan Das, to please offer a vote of thanks.
It's my it's a privilege and my honor to propose a vote of thanks officially, but I don't consider it as a vote of thanks at this point of time, because today is a day, today this evening has showed us that that SGAT is not going to thank anybody, but in fact SGAT is honored. Honored because of the presence of so many dignitaries like the people who have got this Lifetime Achievement Award and the other awards. I think the SGAT in whole totality has been actually honored, and the way Dr. Sai said that he would be contributing, and he very clearly said that he would be contributing to our journal, to our society's activity, and the imprint he has taken, the impression he has taken, that itself is a big honor to us. We, on the behalf of SGAT and on my behalf, I actually accept the honor you have given to us, to SGAT. So I won't use that word, thank you, but I again say that we are honored. And to build a society, there are few things which are very, very essential. One is very essential that you give time, and very also essential that you give your ideas. And also you have to be very patient with the society, because society is non-profit organization, and at the end you need money. So all these things, what we have seen today is that everything we have got today from these people who have come, who have been awarded, because these are the people, if you see, if I take the name of both the lifetime achiever, like Rajiv Lochan Mahanti sir, K.C. Pradhan sir, they are the pillars of the society in the beginning. They build up. They could have done, they could have spent their time in different way. But they nurtured the society and built up. Now you see, I think it's unique in the entire country that we have a infrastructure. I think nowhere you can match it. It's a organization at state level. So with that, I also thank profusely all the members who have patiently come and attended this meeting, both physically and also who are on the online. And also I specifically thank Sri R.K. Sinhaji, the former Controller General of IBM, who could give a very enumerating, elucidating, very interesting lecture. So thank you all, and thank you especially from my side and from SGAT side to our Tapos Rath, who actually does lot of work behind this single man, does everything. He needs a clap and all thanks. And of course, I don't have to tell thanks to my colleagues like Tilakchan Mohanty or Anup Rao-ji or Sujit Nair-ji, but I keep my special thanks to only one and only to our president, G.S. Kotiya, 85 years old, still young. Every meeting he attends on time and very active. We are honored. I think he needs a standing ovation. If you don't mind, I request all of you give a standing ovation to our president. Thank you, sir. And with that, I invite all of you have a pleasant time in the afternoon. We'll have dinner together. Thank you all, sir.